everybody, and welcome to A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois, as we're getting ready for Tuesday night basketball here, boys basketball, as the A-Town Tornadoes hosting the Knoxville Blue Bullets here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. My name's Wyatt Reed, getting ready for this broadcast with our good friend here, Coach Dugan, the girls basketball coach here at A-Town High School, kind enough to be joining us here over the last several games. Coach, good to see you here this evening. How are you? We ready for some basketball here on a Tuesday?
Yeah, exactly. I'm originally from Knoxville, so.
All right, this one means a little more to you then.
Well, a little bit. Sometimes when you part ways from your high school years, and it's been that long ago for me, I won't state how long, Wyatt, but no, you still kind of bleed a little bit of blue and gold, but obviously with me being real partial to the A-Town side and have been for many years now, obviously you're kind of weighing on both sides, but yeah, it's going to be one of those. On paper, A-Town looks just a little bit better than Knoxville. Knoxville hasn't won a game this year, but I imagine they're hungry for a win.
Yeah, looking for their first win of the season here. Knoxville comes into this one 0-25, while on the A-Town side, you've got a team that is trying to keep their head above 500 here. We saw them get to 500 the last time you and I were together, Coach, here against Princeville in a very emotional ball game there, very tight ball game, a 13-game winning streak coming to an end for Princeville in that ball game. And then they played a tough team. They played West Central on Friday, had a quick turnaround on Saturday. They lost to Illini West, so they're coming off of that loss. Sit at 12-12 on the season. Still a lot of good things, a lot of good potential coming from this A-Town side as the season winds down.
Yeah, and it is a real competitive game, that Illini West game. So it isn't like they got pushed to the side and didn't have a chance in that game. They did a nice job of competing in that game. Illini West has got a good season going on.
They certainly do, and we'll talk more about that and get ready for our starting lineups here in just a moment as you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available, so with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We're now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, Brent Dugan, head coach of the A-Town girls basketball team, joining me here this evening as we get ready for tip-off here. Starting lineups for the Knoxville Blue Bullets, who again come into this one. Tough season on their hands, but they've been competitive in a number of ball games here. Looking for that first win. They'd love to get it against a rival against A-Town here tonight. Starting lineup being announced. We've got Peyton Hagman, number 2 in the starting lineup. Number 3 out there, Austin Harshbarger, we saw in the JV matchup here earlier this evening. Number 12 out there is Tyshawn Pullen. Number 23, Grant Lambert, making his way out there on the floor. And the final starter sitting there on the bench there, number 24, that is Colton Herring. So Hagman, Harshbarger, Pullen, Lambert, and Herring, starting lineup there for the Blue Bullets. On the A-Town side, pretty much a similar lineup that we've seen over the last couple of ball games here for Coach Link and crew. And this is a team that has been playing some really good basketball here over the last couple of weeks. Jacob Hall going to be the first starter at number 0. Number 2, Dre Anderson. Number 5, Riker Darst. Number 11, Colby Hightower. And number 35, Aiden Stromson. There's your starting lineup. Coach, I mean, kind of similar to what we saw last time against Princeville, which it worked for them in that one. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right. The way they've been playing really, really hard. So, you know, like Coach Link's wanting to do, you know, at this point in time, it is what it is. You know, your first part of February, you got to start putting a lineup together, and obviously this lineup's been getting it done on the defensive side and doing some things good on the offensive side as well.
And how about Riker Darst getting all this playing time here as a freshman? I mean, he started the season on that JV side, and boy, he's been playing some really good basketball here. He's earned this starting spot, and he's been playing really, really well all season long. And he put on a show for us last time against Princeville, and he's been a big part as to why this team is rolling here down the stretch.
Yeah, I know, and that's what Riker does well, is see the floor. He anticipates well on the defensive side of things. Obviously playing as a freshman, probably not mature to that point where he's going to wrestle around, but I do know his childhood, he wrestled around with his older brothers all his life, and some Dugan boys in there as well. So I saw him wrestle around with those guys for his whole life. So he's not afraid of any contact out there.
As we're getting ready for the opening tip-off, Aiden Stromson, the big man out there to take the tip-off. Out there for Knoxville, I believe that's Tyshawn Pullen, number 12. Yep, that is number 12. So Pullen out there. Opening tip-off won by Stromson. A-Town will go left to right in their home whites as we are underway. A big crowd on hand here for the cheer clinic that we'll have at halftime for you. Right side it goes Jacob Hall. One of his final few ball games here at A-Town High School, as that one's tipped out of play. And it will remain A-Town basketball here in the opening stanza here. 7:44 to go in our opening quarter. Edward in the comments. Feel free to get into the comments with Edward. Edward's been there since before we went live. We appreciate you, Edward. Always cheering loud for number 11. That would be Colby Hightower. Here's Dre Anderson. He'll drive, loses it. Left side. It's off the fingertips of Dre Anderson, so an early turnover. Not the ideal start for the Tornadoes. 7:37 to go here in the first.
We're not going to lose you at halftime to go down there for the cheer show, are we, Wyatt?
You are not.
Okay. I
you
just
do
double
not
checking.
have to worry about that.
Just double checking.
We got 7.5 to go here opening quarter, as no, they'll leave that for the professionals, the little ones. Left side three on the way. That one is no good. A good look there by Lambert. Rebound comes out. Here comes A-Town. Here's Colby Hightower coming the other way, putting up the shot. That one's no good by Stromson, but he was fouled on his way up. So that'll be 2 shots for Aiden Stromson going inside and drawing the first foul of the ball game. Good to have you with us. Again, feel free to get into those comments. Let us know who you're pulling for. Ask Coach any questions you might have.
No tough questions.
No tough questions.
No tough questions tonight.
I mean, he gets plenty of tough questions here. I know Edward likes to get his brain going here, but we'll take anything we got. As the first one's up and good for Aiden Stromson, the big man for A-Town. First point of the ball game here. 1-0 the start, and the second one on the way. 2 for 2. Good start at the free throw line for Aiden Stromson. 2-0 A-Town with the early lead. 7:15 to go here in the opening quarter.
That was a strong move to the basket, got fouled on the backside, and finished with the free throws. That's the reason they call them free. You got to take advantage of those situations.
Up top, that's a 2-pointer on the way. That one, I don't know if that looked like it was a shot, but it was a pass as well. I don't know. Kind of looked like he got crossed up on that one, and it's out of play. Tanner McGarry, number 11, into the ball game here for Knoxville. 6:55 left, opening quarter. Stromson up top. Nice pass inside Anderson. Tried to get it to Darst. That one off his fingertips. And another turnover by the Tornadoes here early in this ball game. A couple early turnovers.
They're cousins right there, Riker and Dre are, so I'm sure they're having a discussion about that. Didn't catch it, and probably the pass.
Top of the key, there's a 3 on the way. That one no good. Rebound comes out. Colby Hightower's got it. Hightower brings it up the floor. Across the timeline, right side, Riker Darst. 6.5 minutes inside. There's Aiden Stromson. Oh, had a good look. That one's no good. Rebound comes out to Knoxville. Double team, and that's taken away. That one up and in. Colby Hightower, the bucket and one. Forcing the steal and getting the basket through the harm. Colby Hightower going to the line for one more.
You and I have noticed that a time or two where Hightower just finished at the rim or inside. Not tall of a stature. What did we talk about? Edward says he's 5'9". With the hair, maybe 5'11", right? I'm envious, obviously, with me not having any hair. But more importantly, Hightower finishes well at the rim. Nice to see that.
Couldn't get the free throw, however, so 4-0 is the score as we come up on 6 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Knoxville looking for their first points here in this one. That shot, wild shot. That one no good by Poland. Rebound comes out. Here's Hall, gets it to Darst. Darst going to take it inside through the contact, puts up the shot, gets it to go. Riker Darst. Hard to believe that kid's just a freshman. He's been playing so well. A steal on the inbound, puts it up and in. Colby Hightower the bucket. Timeout on the floor. An 8-0 start for the Tornadoes. 5:45 to go. We'll go to break. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, Brent Dugan joining me here this evening, head coach of the A-Town girls basketball team, as we are sitting here on the boys' side, an 8-0 start for A-Town. And, boy, getting the defense, we talk about it all the time here when we talk about the A-Town boys basketball team here, Coach. But, I mean, this defense is the thing that keeps this team going. Defense turning into offense, and you're seeing it right off the get-go here this evening.
Well, you know, and that's obviously when you get points in transition, and just, you know, that just makes your offense look a lot better.
And we got a whistle on a tie-up. Jacob Hall not a fan of the call on that one. He thought he had a clean steal on that one.
I think it's more because he got smacked right in the mouth of the ball there.
Yeah, we've seen that in the JV game here earlier this evening. Saw a couple of plays where players got smacked in the face. 8-0 though the start, as that one's poked. Oh my, that looked like almost a clean steal there, but Jacob Hall is going to be called for the foul. First on A-Town, first on Hall here in the opening quarter.
I like the aggressive defense, you know, down low in his stance and doing a nice job. Let's go trap it right there. Go trap it. There you go.
There you go. Poland gets through the trap there, up top. Gets it now to McGarry, back by the volleyball line. Colton Herring into the ball game, number 24. As he gets it now right side to Grant Lambert. Kicks it into the corner. Herring backs down. Now he stops. He'll swing it back out, up top. Gets it to Tyshawn Poland. 5 minutes to go here, opening quarter. 8-0 the start for A-Town. Here's Hagman, gets it right side. Back to Herring. Is that one a little too far? As we got a bump and a push in the back there. Grant Lambert going to get called for the foul. That might have been more of a frustration foul on Lambert's side. He picks up his second here in the first quarter. 4:53 to go here in the first. After the turnover there.
Yeah, it was a nice job of rotation on that possession, defensive possession with A-Town. Nice job rotating, got the steal, and looks like Knoxville, I thought they were going to come out there and trap a little bit.
Right side, it's Colby Hightower. 4:45 to go here, first quarter, as Hightower getting a semi-screen there from Jacob Hall. Right side, Dre Anderson, wide open corner three. That one off the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound. Fighting for it, coming away with it is Aiden Stromson. Gets it left side, Anderson thought about it from way downtown. Instead, Hightower is with it. Nice pass, Riker Darts, baseline, will lay that one up and in.
Nice look on the backside there.
Just able to squeak his way, get open on that one. And a 10-0 start here as Knoxville trying to stop the bleeding here. They have already called a timeout here, so trying to get things to go their way, and they just haven't been able to do so. As the inbounds play goes to Hank Walters into the ball game, number 1. As we got a whistle, another foul called. And that'll be another one on A-Town. It'll be their second. Be one on Dre Anderson, his first.
Again, that's not a bad foul. I mean, you're trying to get in position, you're running ahead, and you're trying to get them to go down the sidelines, which Knoxville is actually doing right now. So, I mean, you're going to have a couple of those fouls here and there, and that's what part of the game is all about.
3:55 to go here, first quarter. Up top, it's Poland. Poland swings it right side here to Herring. Colton Herring lost it for a minute, gets it back to Walters. Nice pass inside. Tried to go up, but A-Town there defending it well. The shot no good by Walters. Rebound goes to Stromson. Up the floor, here they come, into the corner, wide open, three on the way for Fouch. That's up and good from his spot. Alex Fouch, a three.
Good look by Dre Anderson over there from one corner to the next.
I'll be honest, I didn't even see him there. A steal on the inbounds play. That one, a whistle and a foul called. Another steal on the inbounds. And this suffocating defense here for A-Town, making life very difficult here. 13-0, A-Town with the early lead. 3:17 to go here in the first.
I'm like you, Wyatt. I didn't know if he's throwing it to the front gate or what he was doing there, but yeah, Fouch snuck down on the backside, and a nice look by Dre Anderson, cross-court pass.
First one up and good. Jacob Hall on the score sheet.
Jacob Hall's been very active on the defensive side, getting a lot of deflections, so good to see turn those into points now.
As the second one rattles home there for Hall, 2 for 2 on the from the line. A 15-0 start here for A-Town. 3:15 to go here in the first. Knoxville looking for their first points here in this ball game. Up top, it's Hagman. Gets it right side. Now to Tyshawn Pullen. 3 minutes to go. Hagman with it right side, looking for something to go right as that one right side. Herring. Good defense here from A-Town.
A-Town's doing a great job on those rub cuts that Knoxville's trying to get going on the backside.
2:45 left, right side. Herring gonna shoot a three, right wing. That one halfway down and out. Rebound, here comes Stromson running the fast break.
Look out, there's the girls basketball team over there. Don't hurt any of the girls over there. Caden's over there.
I was gonna say, we already got Caden in a cast. We don't need any more of them.
I know it.
2:36 to go. This coach needs to catch his breath there a little bit. 2:35 left.
That sounded pretty selfish.
Nah, you're all right here, Coach. I think everybody was thinking the same thing as that one lost out of play. Colton Herring loses it.
I'm gonna text Ricky Quinn's down there. You better be taking a sacrifice on that one, buddy.
Step in front, right?
Step in front and take one for the team.
2:20 to go here, first quarter, 15-0. A little double team on Dre Anderson. Gets it, Fouch wide open on the baseline, puts that one up, and gets it to go.
I like how Dre did a dribble pull out of that, cross-court pass. Nice job. And Knoxville, you can't blame them. They got to go do something a little bit different, trying to get a trap up there in that trap zone.
And there's a whistle and a foul called. That's kind of what you get when you try to run that double team. You leave a guy open, and it ended up hurting Knoxville on that one.
Well,
third foul by A-Town, by the way. That one on Lucas Andrews.
Funny as it may be, that's what we were working on with the girls basketball team tonight with the defensive side of things, and just going and trapping and when to do that. And just in case the team's going to pull the ball out on you, you gotta be ready for those situations. And that's what we're talking about, is that cross-court pass. And if the trap's good enough, it's hard to make that pass. You know, and the trap's not good enough, then you're going to get beat on that backside like what just happened.
Driving left side, excuse me. There's Austin Harshbarger, who we saw in the JV game. Julie joining us in the chat, saying go A-Town, go Riley for the cheer team. Let's watching this one from Texas.
Oh, Joe.
We got a whistle, and it's going to be, I believe it's a carry is the call.
No, I think he was calling that he came from out of bounds to inbounds.
Is that what he called?
That's what he called, but I think it's because Joe didn't want to run to the other end.
The officials are talking about it. They are not, Coach Link not a fan of the call there.
Yeah, Mr. Spivey's hearing from Coach Link right there.
Yeah, he sure is. 17-0, A-Town with the early lead.
I'm sure he shared the same things that I said.
Well, chatting with Jacob Hall there to kind of get an explanation. So everybody seems happy. Carter Johnson in the game, number 5 for the Blue Bullets.
I guarantee it's because Joe didn't want to go clear down to the other end.
Kicks it,
I'm
Johnson.
still saying,
That one blocked away by Jacob Hall. Oh, my goodness.
Student section, watch out.
That thing spiked down. The volleyball coach would like to have a word.
I think Mona Tinkham took off for the night. Coach Tinkham did.
She?
Or otherwise she might be
She
recruiting.
missed out there.
Again, that went right into the girls basketball girls section. They better.
You know what?
Oh, Jacob Hall again.
Jacob with a steal on the inbounds play. 2-on-2 the other way. Jacob Hall. Oh, what a sequence for Jacob Hall. 19-0, A-Town with the lead.
You know, that's what he does well. You know, he receives the ball on the football team, so why wouldn't he be anticipating that pass, and does a nice job of blocking it and then getting the steal and passing ahead and getting it back. So good job by Jacob Hall there.
Showing off his defensive back skills there as well, playing on the defensive side. Here's Herring. He loses it out of bounds. 1:08 to go here, first quarter. A 19-0 start here. A dominant defensive performance here from A-Town. As Aiden Stromson will check out of the ball game. Cole Scheckler will get some playing time. He'll come in. 1:08 to go, first quarter. Bringing it up the floor, Riker Darst, 4 points. And nobody really dominating on the stat sheet here. You just kind of see 5 points here, 4 points here for A-Town. There's Darst with it.
Oh, nice seal by Cole.
Cole Scheckler gets into the ball game and right onto the score sheet. 21-0. The lead, the run continues. 45 seconds left in the first. Walters, nice cut to the basket, putting up the shot, a wild shot. That one no good by Tanner McGarry. 38.2 seconds to go.
You know why? Well, it's the most misleading stat. Of course, I didn't have many block shots, but when you got a block shot, what does it normally do? It goes out of bounds. And some of these guys are so worried about getting, girls, worried about getting their shot blocked. Just go up strong, and what happens. If your shot gets blocked, so what? Usually 90% of the time you get the ball back. You know what I mean?
Jacob Hall blocking that one, spiking it out of play, but that one is going to be a foul. They're going to call 2 shots.
That was a scoreboard foul, I think. Don't you? That looked pretty clean from up here.
It did from here, but...
and I think we had a better view of it than most because Jacob Hall was about that high in the air. You know what I mean, Wyatt?
Yeah, he was.
He was up there.
That is Jacob Hall's second foul, however. His aggressive nature has led to him picking up 2 fouls here. 21-0 ball game, though. First point, though, of the ball game as the Hank Walters gets the free throw. 21-1. 30.6 seconds to go. One more on the way for Walters. It's up and good. 2 for 2 from the line. 21-2. Starts somewhere, right? Lucas Andrews brings it across the timeline. Inside to Colby Hightower. Goes through. That one foul. And that'll send A-Town to the line.
That's where Colby does a nice job. We were just talking about that a little bit ago. He's done that in previous games. You and I have talked about that. Colby Hightower just finishing kind of at the rim. Has a nose for the basketball, and then obviously getting to the free throw line.
23.9 seconds to go. Colby Hightower to the line. He'll shoot the first one. He'll get it to go. Hightower with 5. One of 2 players with 5 points. A-Town with 4 different players with at least 4 points here tonight.
Kind of what we've seen in the past games. They've just a lot of guys scoring and distributing the ball really well.
Hightower now with 6 after he goes 2 for 2 from the line. 23-2. 20 seconds to go. Losing the handle. Nice play there defensively. Here's Riker Darst running the fast break. Nice play there. Up and under the basket. No good by Hightower. 10 seconds left. Knoxville gets the rebound. 7 seconds. Across the timeline. Here's Walters. 4 seconds. Walters with 2. Top of the key. There's a 3 at the buzzer for Hagman. It's no good. And that'll end a dominant first quarter. A-Town 23-2. As we go to the second, we're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, Brent Dugan joining me here this evening. 23-2 the score, as you get a look at Coach Link right there, coaching his guys up, even in a 23-2 lead after 1 quarter of basketball. You still got to coach your guys. You know, Coach Link has been a guy, hey, keep the pedal to the metal. He doesn't care about that scoreboard. He wants his guys to be performing up until that final whistle blows. And I think that's what he's telling his guys right there, right now in that huddle as we get ready for the second quarter.
Well, you don't want bad habits. And this time and point in time in the year, you're still, you know, maybe it's a bona fide practice at this point with the lead being what it is, but you still got to do your thing and not get in any bad habits, make bad passes, don't hustle back on defense.
Nice pass, Colby Hightower cutting to the basket, laying that one up and in. Hightower with 8 to lead the way.
Nice little set play there out of the time, or out of the end of the quarter play there, with a nice back door to Colby Hightower finishing at the rim once again.
7:40 to go here, first half, I should say. That pass inside, it's nearly stolen away. Battling for it, McGarry. We got a whistle, we got a tie-up. Possession arrow's going to keep it down here once they clear the scrum. 7:31 to go, second quarter. 25-2. A-Town started this thing on a 21-0 run. Don't say that a lot in basketball. You just don't see runs like that all that much.
No.
As trying to get the ball inbounds, Knoxville looking, and they throw it into the backcourt. Nearly lost it, and we got a whistle. It's on the sideline. Colton Herring stepped on the sideline there.
And that would not have been over and back if he would have just gathered it. I think he thought it was going to be over and back because he tipped it. As long as you don't maintain the ball in the front court, you can go in the back court with it and not be over and back.
Here's Fouch with it up top. Dre Anderson, right wing, all by himself. Why not? That one too strong. Offensive rebound, cleaned up, put back up and good. Colby Hightower, he's now in double figures.
I think Dre was too wide open on that one, Wyatt.
Yeah, he was. Hit that one a little too strong. Which that can be a thing. You have too much time to think about it there.
Or somebody opened the doors, whatever the heck happened.
Whatever it was indeed. As right side, 7 minutes to go. 27-2. A-Town with the lead, driving. As kicking it back out. Walters, right side, 3 on the way. That's a good look. Hank Walters, the first field goal of the ball game for Knoxville is a 3 here with 6:44 to go here in the second quarter.
I'm seeing that more and more. I don't know how players don't understand. In this case, a block line is out of bounds, and your foot gets. I don't understand how you don't know where you're at on the court.
27-5.
I'm beating Alex up a little bit. I'm not trying to do that, but he's not the only one. That's what I'm saying. I see it all the time now, and
inside.
I probably did it, but oh well.
Yeah, well, live and learn.
Live and learn. That's right.
Scheckler with the rebound after the miss there. Rebound, here's Hightower with it. Running up the floor, 6:25 to go. Hands it off Riker Darst. Darst with it up top, gets it right side to Anderson. Dre Anderson now moves to the left side. He'll reset, get a screen from Stromson.
Look at the
Inside
seal.
pass, there's Stromson cutting to the basket, lays that one up and in. Aiden Stromson, after setting the screen, he got the bucket to go. 29-5 the score. Up top, it's Tanner McGarry. Under 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Turnaround shot. That one rattles around, doesn't get the lucky bounce. Hagman with that shot, offensive rebound into the hands of Knoxville. Excuse me. As that one's thrown into the backcourt and over and back. Might have to have you do play-by-play here,
no
Coach.
Kidding. We'll be all right.
Goodness gracious.
Hey, what I liked about that particular play is I thought A-Town was in the defensive lanes. They're getting it out and going, and getting the fast break situation. And then they had a nice little play there that they had, which got Aiden the ball. Ooh, he sealed his man once again.
There's Riker Darst from the free throw line, getting that one to go. Nice play there for Riker Darst, who's got 6 points. Right side, 3 on the way for Harshbarger. That's no good. Easton Harshbarger, number 20, into the ball game. Guy we saw in the JV matchup earlier this evening. 5:10 to go. Here's Hightower, just blew by his defender, and he missed the layup. Riker Darst, though, gets the rebound as they'll reset. Oh, driving inside, Scheckler gets the basket to go. Cole Scheckler.
I haven't seen this lineup many times, Wyatt. You got the two bigs out there, Cole Scheckler and Aiden Stromson are both out there. The twin towers of A-Town boys basketball are out there right now and doing a good job.
33-5 our score, full timeout for Knoxville. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, Coach Brent Dugan joining us here this evening. You got to look at Terrence Dickerson just trying to get something to go right here for his guys. It's been a tough year for Knoxville, winless so far here, 0-25 coming in, and A-Town off to a red-hot start, 33-5. They lead it as we get ready for the second quarter here. And, you know, Coach, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation as Knoxville is in this season, but what are you telling your guys in that huddle as you come out and try to finish this first half off strong?
Well, it's one of those things. It's a process, and however long that process takes, maybe it's within a game, maybe it's within a season, but
Walters rattles that one home, a three. He's got all 8 points for Knoxville. 33-8 our score.
I do like his turnaround jump shot, and that was a ways out. So, yeah, I do like his game. But, yeah, it's a process, and you got to understand you got to be competitive first. And once you learn to be competitive, then the other parts sometimes kind of come into play and follow suit. But, yeah, Knoxville just got to be competitive right now.
Garen Mason into the game for A-Town, by the way, number 20. As driving the baseline, a little under the basket, toss to the corner. A three on the way. That one's up and good. Grant Lambert, back-to-back threes for Knoxville. 33-11, 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Right side. Here's Mason, gets a look, tries to get it to Stromson. As that one's going to go whistle. I think it's out of play. Nope, a foul's going to be called.
Yeah, I think there's a little push. They're both hustling after the ball, but there's a little push on that one.
That'll be a foul on Knoxville, number 12. That is Tyshawn Pullen.
His second.
First here in the quarter, however. 3:52 to go. Dre Anderson with it. Right side. Dre Anderson, free throw line, lost the handle for a minute. Gets it, Riker Darst. Nice pass. Colby Hightower running the baseline, lays it up and in. Colby Hightower with a dozen.
You know what, we were just talking to him, and there's little things like that. You pay attention to the basketball too much, and then all of a sudden your guy back cuts you. Colby Hightower did a nice job back cutting there.
Here throws it
Nice
up the
pass
court.
again.
Garen Mason running the fast break right off the bench. Mason gets it to go.
But it's little things like that you gotta correct, and sometimes that's part of the process, as I mentioned. Sometimes it's in a game, sometimes it's a whole season it takes to handle that process. Education and educating the kid on what he needs to do, also educating him on how to be competitive. That's probably where Knoxville's at right now, and those are the challenges that are kind of ahead of them.
They've got a majority, if not all, of these kids coming back, though. Tyshawn Poland, little turnaround jumper. That's up and good. 37-13, our score. As quickly the other way, A-Town. Aiden Stromson gets it to go through the contact and one.
Garen's had a little nice session there. You know, he doesn't get much playing time, and you see him running the floor, getting 2 points, and making a nice dump-down pass right there.
Foul on Knoxville. That's Tyshawn Poland. That's his third. And with 2:44 to go, actually that's his second, according to the scoreboard to the right. It's a third on the bottom, and then, there they go. They updated it now, and it is his third. So Aiden Stromson to the line for one more, and he gets it to go. 7 points for Aiden Stromson. It's 40-13. Right side it goes. Knoxville with possession. There is Hirschbarger. Gets it left side to Lambert. 2.5 to go. As that one's poked, nearly stolen away. It is stolen away. Garen Mason gonna go to the basket. Loses his footing for a second. Still manages to put it up and in. Garen Mason. He's got 2 buckets here. He has 4 points. A-Town's lead, 42-13. How about Garen Mason coming in, playing good defensively? That one's stolen away after the original steal there by Tegan Hunter, who's into the game. Right side it goes to Lambert under the basket. Tried a little up and under there, no good. Under 2 minutes to go, and they might have rushed it a little bit on that one. It goes out of play. 42-13, 1:53 to go. And, Coach, back to a point that I was making earlier here. Knoxville does not have a senior on this roster, so all of these kids here are coming back here, getting plenty of playing time here, so they'll be able to learn from their mistakes here, and that could certainly help Knoxville coming out next year after the tough year they're having this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of times getting to know the terminology.
As the shot goes up, that one no good. Harshbarger going to go to the line, though, where he'll shoot 2 after the foul on A-Town, their first foul here in the quarter.
Getting to know the terminology of what the coach wants. I mean, new coach over there with Coach Dickerson and what he's trying to put in and establish and get, he's got a foundation he's trying to build as well. And sometimes that terminology and just how to play and what to do in certain situations, obviously he's trying to get that groundwork established right now. And obviously with young kids, hopefully next year they'll catch on to some of the things they're doing wrong this year.
Second free throw's up and good by Easton Harshbarger, 42-14. As up top, Andrews going to Hunter, cutting to the baseline, puts up the shot. That one's no good. Battle for the rebound. Hank Walters comes away with it. Here's Grant Lambert going to try going quickly the other way. Puts it up through the contact. He gets it to go and one. Grant Lambert with the bucket and one, 42-16. Knoxville's offense, after only scoring 2 points in the first quarter, has come alive here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they're getting it out in transition more, a little bit more now and getting downhill. Looks like Knoxville, the other part they're doing is they're playing a lot of players right now, Wyatt. So obviously we discussed this numerous times, is just getting to know the process, but also you get a lot of players out there. You can figure out some of the wrongs they kind of establish from some of the wrongs of what they're doing and on ice seal there.
Back inside, it's Aiden Stromson, little turnaround shot, getting that one to go. Aiden Stromson with 9 points, 44-16, A-Town with the lead, a steal the other way. Here's Fouch, he'll bring it the other way. Gonna go through the double team, tried to go through the contact, no call. Here comes Knoxville, dribble behind the back, Lambert, turnaround shot, that's no good. Tipped around. Rebound goes up top. Here's Fouch. One-on-one the other way. Fouch to the basket. No good. Knoxville now with it. 35 seconds to go. They'll slow things down. Maybe play for the final shot here. Right side. Here's Harshbarger.
The way they're handling the ball, I think you should, whatever shot you get, best shot you get is to shoot it.
There's a jumper from Harshbarger. Free throw line. No good. Rebound Lucas Andrews. 17 seconds left. Here's Andrews. Right side. Fouch open in the corner. He thought about it. Instead, they'll reset with 10 seconds on the shot clock.
That's a good decision by Alex Fouch there. Here comes on a trap. Good.
5 seconds. Here's Fouch. He'll drive. A lot of contact. No call. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Three-quarter court heave at the buzzer. That one off the backboard. No good. And that will end our first half. What a dominant first half. A-Town led this thing after one quarter, 23-2. And now a 44-16 second quarter lead as the little ones from the cheer clinic gonna make their way out there onto the floor. Let's take a quick look at the scoring breakdown here as Colby Hightower leading the way here for A-Town. 12 points for Colby Hightower, having himself a pretty good outing so far. Aiden Stromson with 9 points, 6 points for Riker Darst, 5 points for Alex Fouch, 4 points for Jacob Hall, 4 points for Karen Mason, and 4 points for Cole Scheckler. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Was that 7 different players who scored? 7 indeed. 7 different A-Town Tornadoes scoring. Coach, that's got to make Coach Link really, really happy.
It sure does. And in a game like this too, we talked about Coach Dickerson building a program with the foundation and so forth of what he's putting into the Knoxville program, but also, Link's over here looking at some next year options as well, and having a fairly young team at that as well. But he's looking at other options. Okay, Garen Mason doing some things tonight. Colby Hightower, as we've talked, and especially as the season's gone along, I've seen some more maturity in Colby. And then you got Riker Darst, who's seeing the floor well still, and you got just those pieces you're putting out there, and how their progression table is going real well. And you're seeing that in a live situation. But then you're seeing Cole Scheckler, like you said, we just talked about. They had a Twin Tower situation going on there tonight. That's the first time I've seen it.
Yeah.
You've done a lot more games than I have. I don't know if I've seen that kind of lineup. So that might be something that, okay, the other team they're playing in the regional championship or regionals or whatever has 2 big guys. Well, maybe he'll go to that lineup. So it's just stuff Coach Link's looking for and his coaching staff, and maybe it's something they'll take from this game and put it forth in their future.
As the little ones out there doing their cheer routine, I'm going to turn the mic up a little bit. We'll step aside here and just let the little ones take the halftime entertainment here on TSSR. A wonderful performance from the little ones there. The future cheerleaders here at A-Town High School here. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. Please, YouTube, don't copyright strike us. Didn't know they were going to do music. That's my bad, but whatever. Well, you know what? Hopefully they do. If they don't, whatever. And you know what? We do what we do here. We can't handle what music they play in the background here. But, the YouTube gods don't care about that sometimes.
More importantly, Wyatt, I was just trying to get you seatbelted in there. I didn't want you going down there and showing off your moves.
You know what? These little ones have got more moves than I've ever had in my entire life. So, very impressive stuff there from the future cheerleaders here at A-Town High School. 44-16 our score as we finish the first half of action here in our boys game today. Just a couple of games left on the regular season slate. Let's go over the numbers quickly for Knoxville. Only 16 points, though. Not a ton to talk about, but there is a couple of statistics here. Hank Walters came in after that quiet first quarter, put up 8 points in the second quarter there, had all 8 points at one point for Knoxville before Grant Lambert put in 5 points, 2 points for Tyshawn Pullen, and 1 point for Easton Harshbarger from the free throw line. That's your scoring breakdown there for for Knoxville, excuse me. A-Town, again, Colby Hightower leading the way with 12 points. It was 9 points, Aiden Stromson. 6 points, Riker Darst. 5 points, Alex Fouch. 4 points for Jacob Hall. 4 points for Cole Scheckler, and 4 points for Garen Mason. So, Coach, I know you've been around the game a long time, so you've certainly seen your fair share of games that maybe necessarily haven't gone your way. So, if you're Knoxville in this situation, what's that conversation like in the locker room as you're getting ready to come out here when the first half, they started out 23-2. A-Town just dominated this game from the start. What's that conversation in there like, and what's the message getting ready to go into the second half?
Well, funny enough, you said that, Wyatt, because just Thursday night when Peoria Notre Dame was thumping us in the first half, I had to have that conversation. And sometimes it's a difficult conversation because you have to, in one breath you're proud of the team and how the season's going, maybe that's not so much the case at Knoxville, but speaking for A-Town girls. But what I said to them is, listen, the second half is not really about the scoreboard. Second half is about pride, about competitiveness, about doing some things that we need to do better. And obviously when you have the first half, maybe some of the takeaways are the second quarter. You know, the second quarter wasn't a bad quarter for Knoxville. In fact, didn't they outscore? Yeah, they outscored A-Town, right?
Well, 21-14, A-Town outscored at Knoxville. So
that's my math skills.
Yeah.
So, again, that's my Knoxville education. I'm joking.
Of course.
No, more importantly, though, but a 21-14 game is better than a 23-2 game or whatever it was to end the first quarter. So, yeah, there's takeaways that, and bit by bit, you kind of just make yourself better. And that's a conversation that Coach Dickerson's got to have at this point.
As we're at the half here, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the second half. 44-16, A-Town with the lead. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available, so with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, Brent Dugan joining me here this evening as well as we get ready for the second half. After a dominant first half by the A-Town Tornadoes, a 44-16 lead as we get ready to start the third quarter of action. A little over a minute left here in the halftime clock. And, Coach, we talked about what the Knoxville conversation is like, but what is that conversation for Coach Link and crew? I mean, we talked about it a little bit in the first quarter, but don't want to develop any bad habits. So what is your message there to the guys when you're ahead by as much as you have? I mean, you've got firsthand experience a lot this season with several blowouts that you've had so far, being on the plus side of those. What is your message when you're in a big situation like this where you're up big after two quarters?
Well, I think now, again, we talked about it being a bona fide practice to some degree, is maybe you work on some of the sets that aren't going well, or you work on some of the offenses you're looking at, or maybe even a defense here or there that you're not, maybe you need to touch up a little bit. And that's kind of what I did even in last night's game against Stark County. We need to get ready for a zone defense, and just in case we get in foul trouble, which we have had those problems, and see how they rotate, see how they do, in a live situation. So that's probably what Coach Link and his staff has talked to the guys about, and obviously don't get into any bad habits and keep doing your thing. And you got Knoxville on the other side that you don't want them getting back in this game in any way.
44-16 as we are officially underway here. Start of the third quarter. Riker Darst dribbling it back near the logo. Good to have you along. Feel free to get into the comments. Let us know who you're pulling for and your reaction as there's a nice play. Jacob Hall, a little alley-oop. That one can't go. However,
it took a while to get into that play. I don't know exactly. Obviously, they were trying to get trying to get Jacob Hall on a little alley-oop there.
Tell you what, that's the third basketball that we've seen go towards your girls there. You might have to put a protective bubble around them for the next boys game here on Thursday, Coach.
I see Coach Bailey Dickerson. She fanned away from it. She should be the one stepping in front of that.
Here's Colby Hightower cutting through the defense, laying it up and in. Oh, Colby Hightower's looked so good here tonight, Coach. He's up to 14 points.
Doing what he did in the first half. Nice start to Colby's second half here.
7:10 to go here, third quarter. 46-16 is the score as they hand it off right side. Here's Tyshawn Poland, who dealt with a little foul trouble there in that first half. Colton Herring with it. Right side goes to Hagman, and it's poked, stolen away. Here comes Jacob Hall running the fast break. 2 on none the other way. Jacob Hall lays it up with his right hand. Jacob Hall with 8 points, or 6 points, excuse me.
I thought Jacob was trying to line up maybe
that's what I was
dunk
wondering now. Second thoughts for Jacob Hall. Don't want to get hurt on a play like that, though, in a game like this. 48-16, a little floater, mid-range floater, that one up and good. That's Colton Herring getting his first basket of the ball game. It's 48-18 with 6:22 to go. Ball taken away the other way. And here comes Knoxville. 6:15 to go, third quarter. Hagman drives left side, a layup, no good. Battle for the rebound. Here comes Darst.
I'd like to see Jacob Hall there just kind of stop and pop from about 5 feet. I think if he did that, he would, nice
Inside pass to Aiden Stromson, who lays it up and in. Stromson in double figures.
I do like how the big guys are really sealing the Knoxville guys down low. I mean, they're really sealing them, making easy passing angles, and that was a another nice delivery by Riker Darst.
And Riker Darst forcing the turnover right there as he poked it away. And out of play off the hands of Knoxville. 50-18, 5:45 to go here, third quarter. Darst will inbound the basketball. He'll bring it up the floor. Dre Anderson, one of the 3 seniors that they will honor on senior night. Is that Thursday, Coach? Do you know? That one inside, that one up, no good by Stromson. He gets his own rebound back. And a cross-court pass. Here's Anderson. It goes inside to the basket. Missed the layup.
There's a little bit of contact.
A little fall away. Yeah, a lot of contact, no call. Riker Darst tried to get the steal. Shot up, no good. That one by Lambert. Rebound comes. A-Town's got it the other way. Here's Jacob Hall going to go quickly the other way. Through the contact, no bucket, but that will be a foul once again on Tyshawn Pullen. That's his 4th. He just can't stay out of the way of fouls here in this one.
And, you kind of want to, I don't want to blame his teammates. That's not what I'm saying. But no one's getting back on defense. And when you don't get back on defense, sometimes that leads to foul troubles or easy buckets by A-Town. And that's what's kind of happened here in the last 2 or 3 quarters. Just that transition A-Town's running right now. I mean, Aiden got that off the rim and kicked it out to Jacob Hall. And Jacob Hall's down trying to make a layup.
Second free throw's up and good. Hall with 7 points. The lead 51-18 for A-Town. As the Blue Bullets bring it up the floor. As that one's stolen away again. Lost the handle. Here's Hightower with it. Going quickly the other way. Jacob Hall runs that fast break to perfection. That athleticism from Jacob Hall on full display there. Comes into the picture and gets the layup. 53-18. Right side. Little floater, mid-range. That one no good by Herring. Rebound. A-Town's got it for a moment, and they lost it. Here comes Knoxville, a floater. That one might have been partially blocked. Knoxville saved it for a minute, but into the chest of Colby Hightower.
Yeah, that's one of those things you want to kind of fix, too. And I know, speaking from a coaching term, you don't want to save the ball in the other team's basket. That's a bad habit. Is you want to hustle, you want to reward hustle plays, you want to talk to them about hustle plays, but sometimes a basketball IQ's got to set in too, whereas you don't want to save it under the other team's basket.
4:20 to go, third quarter, right side. It goes to Colton Herring. Herring's got it. Jacob Hall out there guarding him. A-Town off to a 7-2 start. That one's stolen away again. Here's Riker Darst. Jacob Hall running that fast break. Goes up, puts it through the contact. No basket, but 2 more free throws upcoming for Jacob Hall, drawing the fouls. And that foul is going to be on number 23, Grant Lambert, his 3rd.
Coach Link has to like this, getting it off the rim and getting it out in the outlets and just getting it up the court. And Jacob Hall, obviously, athlete that we talk about on the football field, have so the whole fall, and then seeing him run on the basketball court just gives you another element to your offense when he can get out and go like that. And hasn't finished on a couple hoops, but he's getting to the free throw line, which is always a plus.
Hall goes 2 for 2 from the line. He's at double figures. We got a whole hockey-style substitution coming in here.
Grinnell style here, 5 in, 5 out.
Alex Fouch onto the floor. We've got Cheegan Hunter.
Have you ever been a part of that, seeing that Grinnell style?
I have not.
5 in, 5 out type of offense?
No, I have not. I've heard about it. There's Cole Scheckler. Lucas Andrews also in. As that shot no good. And a little turnaround shot, and that one's up no good. Rebound falls into the hands of Cole Scheckler as he'll hand it off to Lucas Andrews. 3:40 to go, third quarter, right side Tegan Hunter. Garen Mason with it. He's got a couple of baskets. He'll try a three. Oh, we'll hit that one as well. Garen Mason with 7 points off the bench.
Even though there's a halftime in between Garen Mason's game, was that a heat check? Would you call it a heat check?
I think so. Here comes Mason the other way. Stops, pops, puts it up, gets it to go, and one.
Garen Mason might be in double figures here after this free throw. Hopefully you make this one and complete the three-point play.
He's at 9 so far. What a day for Garen Mason.
Instant offense. Instant offense off the bench. Good job, Garen.
3:17 to go. Free throw on the way. Garen Mason now in double figures. He's the third tornado in double figures here tonight. 61-18 the score. Jacob Hall, Colby Hightower, Aiden Stromson also in there as well. I misspoke. We got 4 tornadoes in double figures.
Oh, Brew, that's a scoreboard foul. I call those scoreboard fouls. I'm arguing from up here. Boo. No, I'm kidding, Brew. Brew was my old roommate from college.
Really?
Yeah. So,
small world.
Yeah, small world.
Right side, it's Walters. Got 8 points here, leading the way for Knoxville. 3 minutes to go, third quarter.
Little did we know that he'd be a referee and I'd be a coach at that point in time.
We got a foul called on Knoxville. That'll be on Colton Herring. That is the team's 4th. And A-Town with just 1 foul here in the third quarter. 61-18. .257 to go here. I think folks are waving at you there, Coach.
Yeah, I know. The girls' basketball team's down there.
Into the corner, it's Alex Fouch. Cross-court pass, Lucas Andrews. He'll cut to the basket. Left-handed layup, no good. Offensive rebound, cleaned up, put back up and good. Cole Scheckler gets it to go. 63-18 the score. 2:35 to go here in the third.
Yeah, Cole's doing a great job of making his presence here tonight too. Obviously not getting as many minutes maybe he would like, but also doing a nice job tonight on the boards and also inside in the paint area.
Carter Johnson into the ball game, number 5 for Knoxville, by the way, getting a screen. Hank Walters kicks it to Johnson. Inside, now outside, right corner it goes. Driving the baseline. That's number 4, Hayden Warner. There's a 3 on the way. Hey, that's up and good. Hank Walters with another one. Hank Walters, he's got a pretty good stroke there, Coach. He's been playing really well here so far.
I'll tell you what.
63-21, that one blocked away.
I think if I had to guess, that is Tyson Walters' son. I see Tyson down here in the crowd. Played for Knoxville many years ago. But if that's his son, I believe it is, I understand where he got his stroke from because that's a nice-looking jump shot.
No good. By the way, number 4 from the JV game, that's Callan Evans, by the way. We had that whole mix-up earlier in this game. Here's Lucas Andrews off the steal. Garen Mason coming the other way. Fast break, lays it up off the backboard, no good. Offensive rebound, Andrews puts it back up and in. Lucas Andrews getting on the score sheet. 65-21 the score. 1:20 to go here in the third. Gets a screen, it's Walters, right side, driving the baseline. Cross-court pass, good look, 3 on the way. That's up and good. Austin Harshbarger gets it to go. 65-24. Knoxville with a 3. Nice if I could hit the 3. It was a 2. I put it as a 2. There's Cole Scheckler going to the basket, laying it up and in. Scheckler's got 8. And a steal off the inbound. Lucas Andrews will lay it up and in. Back-to-back buckets in less than 10 seconds for A-Town. 69-24. 40 seconds left here in the third. Andrews with 4 points. There's a free throw line jumper for Harshbarger. It's no good. Rebound Cole Scheckler. 30 seconds to go here in the third. Bringing it up the floor is Andrews, right side. Here's Mason. He'll drive the baseline. Slings it into the corner. Fouch, open corner 3. That one off the rim, no good. Rebound fought for, and Fouch will get it back. 15 seconds left. Fouch, nice baseline pass. Scheckler puts it up, no good. A lot of contact, no call. That one stripped out of play off the hands of Fouch. 7.7 seconds left.
Yeah, Cole just got pushed in midair, which there's a little bit of no calls going on now, and obviously with the fourth quarter coming about here, we're going to have a running clock. So.
Walters, 2 seconds, 1 second, going to the basket, floats it up with 1 second on the clock and can't get it to go. 69-24 the score, fourth quarter of action. We're back after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, Brent Dugan on the call. Fourth quarter of action as we are about to get this thing underway here in the fourth quarter. Will be the running clock, so won't be near as long of a fourth quarter here. What a ball game, though, for A-Town. You've got Jacob Hall in double figures. You've got Colby Hightower double figures. Aiden Stromson's in double figures. And Garen Mason coming off the bench. He's in double figures. We got Cole Scheckler on double figures watch. He's got 8. Riker Darst has got 6 as well. So could have a number of guys in double figures here. And Coach Link has got to be just ecstatic with what he's getting from his guys. Whoever he's throwing out there, they're performing here tonight.
Yeah, you kind of got to like that too. And I didn't really get to that point is,
3 ball on the way for Harshbarger. That's no good. Rebound, Lucas Andrews.
Part of being a good teammate is that first team's got to cheer on the second team just as much, and that's part of being a good teammate. And, oh, man, Lucas got kind of pushed there, didn't he? I do like how Lucas took it confidently to the rim, though. You got to like that if you saw Coach Link with him getting some minutes. And
Harshbarger with the jumper, mid-range. That one no good. Battle for the rebound. Tegan Hunter comes away with it.
Good box out by Tegan.
Bringing up the floor, Lucas Andrews, 7:20 to go. Into the corner, 3 ball on the way. That one is up and good. That is Devrin Haas-Dirth for 3. Add another player to the stat sheet.
Darren.
As that one's tipped out of play, it'll be A-Town basketball.
I'll tell you what you like about Garen Mason there is he just doesn't stop hustling. He's a high motor kid and high energy, and obviously he's certain things he does for the practice team, and obviously getting some good game minutes tonight. That's just how that kid plays, nonstop, and obviously got a nice steal out of that.
So Devrin Dirth Haas, the junior, gets the 3 there just a moment ago. Got Carson Slagle coming in, number 1. He had an excellent JV contest. He had 19 points in the JV game. Owen Timmons comes in, number 14. Trey Keenan into the game as well, and then you've got Tegan Hunter out there. So some of the JV guys getting some minutes here in this ball game here. 6:50 to go. 72-24. Right side into the corner. Harshbarger open 3 on the way. That one too strong. Might have been the same thing we saw from Dre Anderson earlier tonight. Maybe a little too open there, Coach.
I think same spot, wasn't it?
Pretty much. Here is Trey Keenan. Gets it right side to Hunter. Now Timmons up top to Dirth Haas. Slagle now with it with them pink shoes. Nice pass to Tegan Hunter, cutting to the basket, right-handed layup, gets it to go. Tegan Hunter puts his name on the stat sheet.
Nice pass by Carson Slagle, and nice cut by Tegan there, and on the backside. Good to see him in the scoring column.
Into the corner, a 3 on the way. That one is no good. Battle for the rebound, as that's Gavin Hawkinson with the shot. Clock ticks as we go under 6 minutes, 5:50 to go here in the fourth. As trying to get the ball inbounds. That is Callan Evans. And Knoxville will set up their offense. Here's Harshbarger, baseline, turnaround, puts up a mid-range floater, no good, but a foul called on the jump shot. And even in a 50-point ball game here, that still makes coaches stew, I imagine. Fouls on jump shots.
Yep. Yeah, don't ever foul a jump shooter. I think that's an old cliche that John Wooden used to say back in the day. Maybe I'm aging myself a little bit, but obviously it's a golden rule, right? Don't foul a jump shooter.
The clock ticks towards 5 minutes to go. First shot no good. Second one for Harshbarger's no good. Owen Timmons comes away with the rebound. A-Town will bring it up the floor. Here's Carson Slagle. Slagle again with, oh my, he's just going to cut it right to the basket. That one blocked away, though. Nice play by Evans. Bringing it up the floor, 4:50 to go. Knoxville with it. Here's Harshbarger. Slings it left side, back to Evans. And now Grant Lambert with it up top. Inside pass, Harshbarger, Easton Harshbarger, little turnaround mid-range floater, no good. Devrin Dirth-Haas with a rebound. Carson Slagle right side, boy, he wants to shoot it after having such a good JV contest earlier. That one thrown away on the baseline. Nice play there, anticipating that one by Gavin Hawkinson.
Yeah, I like the cut by Timmons on that, and I think if Carson just waits a little bit longer, he would have had that play.
3 ball on the way, up and good. Callan Evans for 3. 74-24 the score. That ends a 9-0 run by A-Town, by the way. As driving inside, that shot no good by Owen Timmons. But he'll get some shots at the free throw line. Owen Timmons, another big guy. I mean, there's a lot of tall players here. If you look at this A-Town roster, I mean, there's some big guys, athletic guys as well. Owen Timmons is one of them that is coming up through the ranks here. He's been on the JV side, but this kid can make some noise here either down the stretch this season or definitely next season when he potentially gets more playing time as a junior.
Yeah, and he's a nice-looking athlete. I mean, kid can jump out of the gym and finish at the rim. He's got all those intangibles. Didn't shoot that last free throw real well, but hopefully knock this one down.
Timmons to the free throw line. That one off the back of the rim. That one's no good. Timmons had, 13 points in the ball game in the JV contest. That one, little finger roll. That one's up and good. Peyton Hagman. He gets on the stat sheet. Oops. All right, score is now correct here. Had a little mix-up there. Going inside, that's Trey Keenan. Foul called with 2:45 to go here in the fourth. Keenan will go to the line. 74-29 the score. This is another kid that's going to be a problem here. Trey Keenan, he has been special here. Very athletic kid, very much like Jacob Hall. I mean, looks very similar hairstyles even, but he plays the same way. This is going to be a lot of fun watching him over the next few years here at A-Town.
I agree with you, Wyatt. I really think the template of what Jacob Hall does for this team, this varsity team, Trey's going to be doing basically the same thing and jumping right into probably those kind of minutes and just being super athletic in the full court and being real long and difficult. I know he got elbow of the eye, I think Friday night, so he's kind of battling a little bit of a injury there on that right eye. You see him kind of putting his jersey up there to it.
First free throw for Tegan Hunter after he stole the rebound there a moment ago. Got fouled, going up for the shot. First one's good, 75-29. Clock's still ticking, and we got more hockey-style substitutions coming in here for Knoxville.
We might have the player of the game back in, too, Garen Mason. I mean, he's got to be in. Him and Colby Hightower are my game balls so far, White. I don't know how much our budget is, but I'm giving 2 game balls out.
There you go.
For Garen Mason and Colby Hightower tonight.
1:25 to go here in the fourth as we're winding down on this one. A-Town going to pick up their 13th win of the season as Harshbarger, a 3 on the way. That one's no good. Rebound in and out of the hands of Knoxville. And here's Garen Mason with it again.
Was that Harshbarger to Harshbarger there?
I believe it was. Into the left side. Here's Slagle. Timmons with 1 minute to go. Right side Mason going to shoot it from the corner. 3 on the way. That one no good. Oh, this place would have went nuts. Garen Mason having himself a day. Garen Mason with 10 points, matter of fact.
Still hustling. Like that.
Hands it off to Slagle. Slagle will go to the right side. Gets it to Hunter. 43 seconds to go. Tegan Hunter gets it to Owen Timmons. A-Town, a little spin move. There's Garen Mason. Shot no good. Gets his own rebound. Mason still looking for help, and it's taken away by Callan Evans, 24 seconds to go. Up top, thought about it, into the corner. Here's Hawkinson. Here's Callan Evans with it. Back to Hawkinson, 15 on the game clock. Is this one gonna wind down? Evans gonna lose it. Tegan Hunter comes away with a steal. 5 seconds left.
Just
Bring it
dribble it
across the timeline, and that's gonna do it here. Carson Slagle will dribble it out, and that'll end this ball game. A-Town picks up their 13th win of the season as they knock off Knoxville. Still looking for their first win of the year. Final score here tonight, 75-29. A dominant performance here offensively. They got off to a 21-0 start, 23-2 after one quarter, and they rode that the rest of the way. And they didn't let up, and I know that's what Coach Link likes to do. Again, we talked about it earlier in this ball game. Doesn't like to let up, just keep that foot to the floor, basically. And he did that. They did that here tonight, and it was a very impressive performance once again by the A-Town side.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think maybe the only disappointment is probably the takeaway is the disappointment maybe in the second quarter where I thought Knoxville got out and did some things that caused A-Town some problems. But other than that, had the game well in hand and came back out after halftime and reestablished dominance. And obviously, like you said, a dominant performance all around. And good job by the A-Town Tornadoes tonight.
75-29, again, the final score. Let's take a look at the scoring breakdown here as our leading scorer here tonight, Colby Hightower. He finishes with 14 points, a game high in this one. So Hightower leads the way, but then close behind him, a number of guys. Jacob Hall had 11. A-Town had 4 different guys in double figures, so got Colby Hightower 14, 11 points for Jacob Hall, 11 points for Aiden Stromson. Garen Mason came in off the bench. He had 10 points here tonight. Cole Scheckler with 8, 6 points for Riker Darst, 5 for Alex Fouch, 4 points for Lucas Andrews, 3 points for Devin Dirth Haas, and Tegan Hunter even coming in and getting 3 points in cleanup duty as well. Alex Fouch, I don't remember if I mentioned him or not. He had 5 points as well here tonight.
So how many do you have in the scoring column?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different Tornadoes scoring here tonight.
Nice. That's a nice night.
That is certainly a good night there. And let's take a look at Knoxville. They had a number of different players scoring. The problem was they just couldn't get their players to score a lot of points. Hank Walters finishing the ball game with the team high 11 points. Had a good jump shot there for Walters. I mean, I know he's a younger guy here. He's a junior, so he'll be back next year for Knoxville. He's going to be a problem to deal with, especially if he gets some open looks. But I thought Hank Walters, even despite the game not going their way, he played pretty good here tonight.
Yeah, he certainly did. And I would even, takeaways from Knoxville side, right? I mean, I thought Hank did some good things out there for Knoxville Blue Bullets. I also didn't see them necessarily quit. You know what I mean? They've had a down season, and obviously a season they'd all want to probably just kind of close their eyes and hope it didn't happen. But I can see, maybe in the near future they have some wins coming before them and just keep doing those things, putting the grind out there in their practices, and those wins will come at some point in time.
So Hank Walters finishes with a team-high 11 points. It was 5 points in the game for Grant Lambert. 3 points in the ball game for, that was number 4. That was Callan Evans here tonight. Number 2 was Colton Herring. He had 2 points. 2 points for Tyshawn Poland. 3 points for Austin Harshbarger. 2 points for Peyton Hagman. And 1 point for Easton Harshbarger. That's your scoring breakdown there for both sides. Edward, real happy that Colby having himself a good day there. And I know you were talking about, giving away game balls there. Colby certainly earned it. Garen Mason came in off the bench and played really well there as, A-Town was starting to get that roll going there in the second quarter. This was a very dominant performance here. But when you look at this, when you look at the team that you're facing on paper again, you should be favored in this one. This is kind of the performance that you kind of expected and the performance that you want from your team in this effort, and that's what Coach Link got from his guys here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's one thing. You in a game like this, better on paper. Sometimes you don't come out and play as well as you want to, or the other team just does some things and causes you some problems. But I thought they came out, played well, and kind of put it to Knoxville, especially earlier in the game, especially in that first quarter. And the second quarter, obviously, something, he had some subs going in and out, so obviously the game, kind of was a stalemate there in the second quarter. But reestablished dominance in that third quarter and got out and ran. He's got to really like the transition basketball that A-Town had tonight, and obviously that became tough for Knoxville to defend.
So the A-Town Tornadoes moved to 13-12 on the season as they finish up this one here. They'll have another home game coming up on Thursday. Coach, you going to be here for that one here with us, or you got some stuff to do?
If Anawan and us play tomorrow,
that's right.
The rescheduled night might be Thursday.
Okay.
But there's also a chance that we may play that game, right? I mean, there's plan B's and C's going on right now, on just waiting for Mother Nature and see what happens.
That's right.
If we play tomorrow night, I will certainly be here Thursday.
All right, sounds good. Well, we'll hope for that. And West Prairie comes into town for A-Town. That'll be a game, good one there on Thursday night. So we'll have that one for you here on TSSR. Quick turnaround then for A-Town. Then on Friday, they'll hit the road, go to Stark County, and play the Rebels in that contest. And then one final home game scheduled for the 11th. That is the following Tuesday. However, Thursday will be senior night here. So even though we have 2 more games here at home, Thursday night will be senior night, and we'll have that festivities for you here. Maybe even talk to the seniors like we did the girls last night. There's 3 seniors that they're going to be honoring here, so maybe chat with some of those seniors here tonight, or Thursday night, I should say, after that one. So stay tuned for that.
And I thank you for doing that, Wyatt. That was a special touch, and I know the girls were really nervous about it last night, but I thought they did a great job. I heard what they said today when I was listening to the recap of everything, but I thought they did a great job last night. I know they were really nervous about it, but thank you for doing that for the girls.
Hey, absolutely. Honoring the seniors who have, gave it their all here the last couple of years here for sure, and we have enjoyed covering them here on TSSR. For Knoxville, they will also play West Prairie. That'll be tomorrow. That could start causing some scheduling conflicts if they, don't play that game because of Mother Nature. With the ice potentially in the forecast. West Prairie is Knoxville's opponent tomorrow in Scioto, and then they'll play Friday against Galva at home, wrap up the regular season on Tuesday on the road against West Central. So we'll see if Knoxville can pick up their first win of the season before that's all said and done. You guys got Anawan, as you mentioned, potentially tomorrow on the road. Coach, before we talk to Coach Link, what are your thoughts as you get ready for that contest here and wrap up your regular season and going into the Lincoln Trail Conference Tournament?
Well, it's one of those things we got to, come out and play against Anawan. It'll be their probably their senior night, I imagine, with their last home game. But we're look forward to that game and just keep doing what we're doing, and obviously roll into the Lincoln Trail Conference Tournament on Saturday, and we'll play Saturday and Wednesday, as it turns out, as the number 1 seed. And with Cade now, obviously we need some more people to borrow some minutes and see how that all unfolds for us. So, yeah, anxious to see how that goes.
Certainly will. We'll keep an eye on that, and we'll potentially have the regional here as well, as A-Town hosting the regional on the girls' side. So until then, but we'll hopefully talk to you on Thursday here.
Yes,
and if not, so maybe we'll even talk to you on Tuesday as well for that final boys game here on TSSR. But appreciate you, Coach Dugan. That is the voice of Coach Dugan. Coach Link is up here to chat with us here. Anything you want to say here to Coach Link before you hand over the headset there, Coach?
Hey, was there a lot of coaching strategy going on tonight, or what did you have going on? Yeah, no, nice job there, Coach.
So there you have it. Once again, final score of this one, 75-29. The A-Town Tornadoes picking up the win here against Knoxville. Coach Corey Link joining us here on TSSR. Coach, congratulations on the win, over 500 here. Coming off of that tough loss that you suffered on Saturday, so you guys got the response. You guys came out and really put this one away early, got out to that 21-0 start. It was 23-2 after the first quarter. You had to be ecstatic with how your guys came out there and really just put it to Knoxville early in this ball game.
Yeah, we talked about getting off to a good start, not being a little lackadaisical and taking their record into effect and coming out with a good mindset. And I thought that's what I told the guys at halftime. Really proud of them for coming out, being ready to go. And it shouldn't take a whole lot with the rivalry and stuff like that. It's Abingdon, A-Town, Knoxville. It's always going to be there. So blood was probably pumping, ready to go. And I thought we got off to a really good start. Got a lot of early easy ones, layups, transition wise, stuff like that. So we wanted to settle. Didn't want to to settle for threes. We run into attack and get to the rim, and I thought we did a really good job of that.
It feels like the memo of this team is defense turning into offense. I talked to Coach Dugan about that here, but that just seems to be what you guys do. You guys were pressuring a struggling Knoxville team. You were pressuring them on the inbounds play, which I think that had to be the game plan coming in. That defense, and we've seen it here over the last couple of weeks where you guys have been playing a little bit better. As your defense goes, your offense goes as well. You guys can get out in transition. You've got such fast athletes, Jacob Hall, guys that can run that fast break. Is that your mindset as you go into these games down the stretch? And, I mean, how did you think it executed here tonight, the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic right now. That wasn't going to be our motto early. We were going to be – I honestly, beginning of the season, I didn't know how we were going to be defensively. I thought that was going to be, blood in our veins, and what pumps us through is defense first in this program. And this year we kind of went a little bit different, defense on the back a little bit. Offensively was the mindset. We thought we had a lot of guys that were going to be able to stretch the floor, and we had a lot of options offensively. And we've kind of changed our identity a little bit midway through the season. Now we're getting really bit better on the defensive side of the floor. We're picking up the tempo a little bit and trying to get transition, trying to get easy ones. And just make our defense, we got length, like you said. Jacob Hall at the forefront of that, at the very point of it, getting a lot of deflections, and even putting Riker Darston there into the starting lineup. A guy that kind of sees the floor, pass first type of guy. Getting him, and he's got quick, good hands. So that kind of benefits us on the defensive side of the ball too, and then spreads the floor out. And with Colby Hightower out there, and get the ball into Stromson, can we work off that? So it has been, defensive kind of philosophies kind of changed. And when we need to, I thought like last week when we needed to be really good defensively in the half court against a really good Princeville team, we were able to do that. And then even Saturday, I thought we were really good defensively. We just they made a few more plays down the stretch than we did. We couldn't get that big basket on Saturday, but I was really happy with our performance on Saturday against a really good team, and so we didn't want to let up. I thought we've kind of turned the corner. We're playing really, really good basketball right now. Like you said, got above 500 here, but no, we want to be playing good basketball right now, and that's what we're doing.
You certainly are. As we're talking to the head coach of the A-Town Tornadoes, Corey Link, joining us here. Coach, I was talking with Coach Dugan about this during the game. What were those conversations like when this game, when you guys were starting to pull away here? You still want to do a lot of coaching, but you also don't want to coach them too much. You kind of have to have that happy medium. What is going on in those huddles during timeouts at the end of quarters when you're up by as much as you were up tonight here? Are you still doing some coaching? Are you kind of trying to introduce some new things? What was going on there tonight as you guys got that comfortable lead here tonight?
It gets tough. I won't lie to you. It gets a little tough. You try to find different things to say, but then you end up repeating yourself, and just sticking with the game plan, and try and get, you get your starters out, you get your, 6th, 7th guy out of the game, and you get those guys that don't see the floor a whole lot out there for the bulk of the second half, and you're trying to say, hey, keep it positive and keep with the same identity. We want to get out, we want to run, we want to push, and I thought there in the fourth quarter I was trying to still coach them up and then say, hey, defense, I thought we gave up some layups. We weren't talking on the defensive end, and we can't relax. That's the biggest thing. You try to stay positive and not yell when you're up by 40 some points or whatever it was. But no, the mindset, and it's got to stay the same. We kind of want to get a killer mentality. We preach that. We talk about that all the time. And when when the going gets tough, like we've had a few times in recent memory, people didn't take it easy on us. So, now it's time that we are capable of doing that, and we need to keep the same mindset no matter who's out there, and that's what we tried to do. We knew we were capable of kind of putting up this performance today, and we executed. So the kids did a really good job about that. I was happy with the boys' performance. But yeah, it does get a little tough, Wyatt. I won't lie to you. You find things to say, and then you talk to your coaching staff, and then you kind of joke there on the bench, but it's a good night.
I don't envy you being in that position. I don't even know what I would do in a situation like that. We're talking with the head coach of the A-Town Tornadoes, Corey Link. Couple more questions here, Coach, before we let you go. As I look at my stat sheet here, you had 10 different guys scoring tonight. 4 of them were in double figures. I know we talk about the depth of this team a lot, but it just keeps showing itself in games like this where you guys, it's not necessarily one guy. It certainly could be one guy, but so many guys are helping each other out, getting each other open, finding open looks. And this team tonight just kind of showed just how deep. You would get 10 different guys to score here in a high school basketball game. That is really impressive, and it's got to make you smile from ear to ear.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great luxury to have. And like you said, we've talked about it many times. Can be anybody on any given night. I think Jacob Hall he gets in foul trouble sometimes and kind of hampers his ability to get some buckets. But no, I mean, Dre Anderson's even a guy. I don't even know if he scored tonight, to be honest with you, and he can be a guy that can get double digits. But we do have a luxury, and that's kind of our mindset that I was telling you. We went into the year thinking, hey, we got a lot of guys that can put the ball in the hole, and it's kind of, I still feel that same way. It's just any night could be somebody else, but we're a lot of guys can get 10, and I think our average, I think our highest scoring is Jacob or Stromson right now with I think they're averaging 10, both of them. So
yeah.
So it's just any night. You can't really key on one guy. If you do, we got somebody else that's going to be open, and we got confidence that they're going to make shots.
Senior night coming up on Thursday night here at A-Town High School. You got 3 guys that are seniors here on your roster. Going to be a special night there for those guys there as you say goodbye here. A couple more home games for them, but senior night always a special night there for those 3.
Yeah, absolutely. It's we've lost one senior, so we're only going to recognize 2.
Oh yeah, okay.
But no, those guys have been varsity players for 3 years. I've had them. I think they're the last COVID group. I think.
Really?
I believe so. I think they might have been 8th graders when I took over the program. They were in 8th grade. So no, I've got to know those guys, and they're great kids, and it's gonna be a special night. Looking forward to getting them acknowledged, and looking for big things. Are both capable of going and doing great things on in their life. So it's nice to recognize them, and I'm glad I get a few more weeks with them, and hopefully maybe a month. You never know.
You never know. That's certainly the case. He's the head coach of the A-Town Tornadoes, Corey Link, joining us as the A-Town Tornadoes get a 75-29 win. Coach, appreciate you. We'll talk to you on Thursday.
All right, Wyatt. Thanks, buddy.
Absolutely. He's the head coach of the A-Town Tornadoes, Corey Link, joining us. That's going to do it for us here at A-Town High School. Coach, I do want to talk to you here real quick as I sign off here. I'll talk to you after I sign off. But with that being said, final score again, 75-29. A-Town gets the win over Knoxville here this evening. We'll be back on Thursday. A-Town will take on West Prairie. And senior night, we'll have the senior night festivities and all that fun stuff. Should be a great broadcast here on Thursday night. Until then, have a great rest of your evening. Be safe with the upcoming forecast here. Be safe. We'll talk to you on Thursday here from A-Town High School. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.